The bad lighting, awkward angles, more Zoom calls mean you're probably getting a little bit too much of a glimpse into other people's homes. Your Zoom background can say a lot, and you want to make sure you're giving off the right message.
I think we need to step up our office game. We had the shoes, we had the outfits, we had the bags. Now it's going to be putting effort into your Zoom background.
So to help, we spoke to interior design expert Breegan Jane about what your Zoom background says about you, starting with the minimalist. This is the person sitting against a beige wall without any decor.
I think you have to work with what you have, and if that's your best available wall, then just go with it.
But Breegan says you probably don't want your decorating style to seem that simple, so try to make your space a little more interesting.
Start to curate just 2 pictures. Tip for everyone, take the glass off your photos. It's gonna glare right onto that photography. So when I'm doing artwork in the background, just take out your glass. It's gonna read a lot better on screen.
But you don't want to go too overboard and become the overachiever. This is the person who has hung every degree up to be seen, or they have carefully curated their shelf of books.
The visual behind you does help you focus on what the person is saying. And if you are correcting the bookshelves and sort of looking at every little piece, you might miss what somebody's actually saying.
There's even an entire Twitter account devoted to bookcase credibility, where their tagline says, "What you say is not as important as the bookcase behind you."
So if your Zoom background is so curated that it becomes the distracting moment, then maybe you pare it down a little bit.
And another type that tends to go overboard, the class clown. Everyone has seen this one. They have the fake background like they're on a tropical vacation.
We know you're not on the beach on a deserted island. So I actually prefer the backgrounds that I'm like, is that a background or not a background? I can't tell. Is that their office?
You can even download a real-looking background to use for those days that you just didn't have time to clean the house.
What I like about the Zoom backgrounds that are hard to tell is that they match whatever that person is saying. So it's like they picked the right outfit for the right occasion.
And finally, the underprepared.
Where you're like, how long's that coffee mug been there? I've been on 3 Zooms with you and it's been in that same spot.
And Breegan says people are most likely going to notice. So maybe even set up a space in your house where you'll always take video calls.
But the simplest way, I think, is setting up something that you don't have to break down, set up.
What your Zoom background says about you is on the top of the list.